I'd like to put this into a little historical perspective. I've been around for a while, as you know, and what I want to emphasize is the long-term commitment on the part of Orient and on the part of the town to preserve farmland and open space in Orient. And it really goes back about 30 years, because about then there were two applications that were before the planning board that galvanized the whole community. One was to build a convention center and 100 condos at Orient Point. This was before the planning board. It was going through the process. The other was to build a 55-house pseudo-colonial village on Halleck Farm. And Orient suddenly realized that it would change, the Orient community suddenly realized that Orient would have been changed forever. The only thing that defeated these two applications, which were going all the way through, was the lack of adequate water. The lack of adequate water defeated these two. And the town, as well as the Orient community, after that made a big commitment to the preservation of open space and farmland in Orient, because it was realized that it was really the most important resource that we had. And the Orient community has constantly reiterated that. I would just like to read from a 1994 Hamlet study that was sponsored by the town. And in talking about the response of the Orient community, the Orient Hamlet, the report reads, "Their desire to preserve existing open space, vistas, natural resources, historic sites, and the visual character of Orient rendered it impossible to consider increased density or new growth in the tiny hamlet." Now, the town also showed its commitment to preserving open space. For one thing, 2-acre zoning and 5-acre zoning was introduced at that time, and it was really essentially to preserve the aquifer that was done. But the town, in its zoning code, supports the preservation of farmland with very strong language. The statement of purpose in agricultural conservation and low-density residential zoning says, "To the extent possible, prevent the unnecessary loss of those currently open lands within the town containing large and contiguous areas of prime agricultural soils, which are the basis for a significant portion of the town's economy.